Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Today we will be learning about some more users action which are being used into the Playwright. We will learn how to handle the dropdown, how to handle checkbox and radio buttons, and we will learn how to upload the file into the web application. Okay, whether it can be custom upload field or whether it's a basic input field where we can upload the file will handle both type of upload and we'll upload the file here. We'll learn how to upload the file here. Okay, so let's get started. So under drop down, okay, when a drop down will have a select tag, okay, when developer will create a drop down using select tag, we can directly select those drop down using will identify the locator first, element first, and then using select option. Using select option, this is a method we can directly select the drop down values. Okay, so under the same method, we can give the visible text which is available into the dropdown. Let's say in my dropdown, there is a country list, okay, and under the country list, we want to select India, okay. So we can directly enter the string India, and that dropdown will be selected with the India value, okay. Under the select option, we can also give the argument like label is having this value, okay. We can pass a label like that, and we in the same method we can pass index like that, okay. So these are three method to use the select option method, okay, by which we can select the value from the drop down. And if the drop down is custom, we can first of all we'll have to click onto the drop down, then a list will be open, then we can handle it using we will have to identify all the list of options available into the drop down, and then we can use click. So this is the way to customly handle the drop down. Okay, now let's move to our code, and we will try to um, write code for this method, and we'll check how it is actually working on the application. To check, let's move. Okay, to check, every component into the web application, we can move to do test here.com. Okay, do test here. On this site, we'll find each kind of web element which are being used into any application, and we can perform testing onto that. Okay, so let's say we want to work onto the drop down. Okay, so here we have the drop down, and I want to select option using this select option method. Okay, so how we will do that? Okay, so first of all, we'll have to navigate to this site, and then we'll have to identify this drop down, and using the drop down locator, we can select these option using this dot select option method. Okay, so let's do that. For that, we'll move to the Visual Studio. Here in our existing code, what we'll do, we'll add a new test. Okay, so our test will be like some more users actions on in Playwright. Okay, cool. Here we have used the async function, and as we are not using any fixture, we are not giving any fixture. This is arrow function. Okay, and now what we'll do, we'll have to close it. Okay, now a test block is ready. First of all, what I need to do, I need to navigate. Okay, so I will write console dot log do test here website. Okay, so yeah, I will go to this URL. This is my URL, and yeah, I think this is correct URL. dotesthere.com. So using this, we will be navigated to dotesthere.com, and on this application, let's say I will be landed here. Okay, I will be landed here. I want that first of all this element should be visible, then only I will perform the next action. So let's identify anchor here. This is an anchor. Under anchor we are having the text as dotesthere.com. So let's identify it. I will write XPath for this, or I can write test dotesthere.com, and no, test method. Under test method we'll have to use equal sign. Then you can see it is getting identified. So we'll have to wait for the visibility of this element, right? So what we'll do, we'll await and then expect. Under expect we can write the locator. Okay, page dot locator, and my locator is this dot to be visible. Yes, so we have wait for the dotesthere.com text to be visible, then we will perform the remaining action. Okay, now drop down element. Okay, so what I will do, let's move to the drop down first. Okay, cool. I'm scrolling here. Okay, so the playwright also need to scroll, and after scroll it will find somewhere this window. Okay, this box, the drop down box, and here let's look for the DOM. So DOM is select. Okay, here DOM, this drop down is designed into the select tag. Okay, so you in this select tag I had told you that if a drop down has been you created with the select tag, we can directly select the drop down option using select option. So this action we are performing. Okay, and here also this is created under select tag. So let's identify this element as well. Okay, so here I'm having the select. Okay, I can write css for this select, and for this select we are having id. We are not looking for text, we are having id, and id is drop down. What is id? It's a drop down. My id is drop down. So you can see this is my css selector. Okay, move to the Visual Studio. Okay, I can write const drop down, and here under drop down I'm having this locator. Okay, what I will do, I will write drop down dot scroll into view if needed. Okay, so what I'm telling my playwright to scroll first, so that the whatever action it is performing on that drop down we can view it while running it. Okay, so cool. Now what I will do, I can use await here, await here, so it will scroll first, and then selecting option. Okay, and select option is, it is saying drop down dot select option method it is using, and I want to use option. Okay, this is value. So what were the method we can use? Directly give this string. Okay, so what are string available? String are here, option one. Okay, this is string. Cool. So what I can do, I can remove this, and I can give this option one. I will wait, and then we'll look whether it is selecting the drop-down value using the select option or not. We have just provided the label into the string. Okay, and now let's run it. So you can see option 1 has been selected. Okay, now let's move to Visual Studio and change the option whether it is selecting the second option or not. Okay, it has moved to do test here and option 2 has been selected. You can view it here. Okay, so cool, it is working fine. Now what I can do, we have the second option. We can add the label as India, so label as a label and value. Okay, so under curly braces we can give level, oh, level, and my level is option 2, and then this. Still in this case it should select option 2. Okay, it should select option 2. Cool, now let's run it. So option 2 has been selected again. We can change it. Yes, we can change it, and let's run it again. Again option 1 got selected. Okay, apart from label we can also select the option using index. So let's change it to index. Okay, for index we can't provide the string as a value. For index it will be number. Number can have 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so index will start from 0 itself. Okay, so let's say I want to select the value, select the item which is on index 1. Okay, the drop down value from based on index. Okay, so let's say here we have three option. Okay, this is on index 1. As you can see, this is on index 0, and this is on index 1, this is on index 2. Okay, so based on index it will select the option 1. Let's run it. So you can see it is selecting option 1. Let's say if I'll change it to option 2, what it will select? It will select my option 2. Sorry. It will select option 2. Clear? Okay. Now if I'll change it to index 0, it won't select anything because on index whatever this placeholder was, displayed there. Okay. So let's change it and run it for the index 0. So it is selecting the default string which was displayed there. Okay, so this is how select option method is working. Let's say if developer has not created the tag, created the drop down using select tag, then what we can do? Then what we need to do, then we'll have to identify, let's say we'll have to first identify this element, and under this element we'll have to perform click. Okay, once we'll perform click, then this window will be open. Then we'll have to identify the value from the options. Okay, and then we'll have to store it into a list, and then we can select it. Okay, this is the second option using which we can select that. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, to work with custom dropdown, what we can do, we can go to um, gmail.com. Okay, and this is the landing page of gmail.com, and here we are having an option. This is a custom dropdown. Okay, and by selecting this create an account link, we'll have two options there, two drop down option there, and then we can select any of these link uh, as per our choice. Okay, so in this page, with the create an account, we have multiple button available. So let's try to identify it, and then we'll work on this drop down. Okay. So okay, this is under span. So let's identify it. Span, create an account. Okay. And yes, this is my XPath. And using this XPath, we are able to find three links onto this screen, right? So what we can do, let's start writing code for this scenario. Okay, we'll move to our Visual Studio, and here we'll create a new test again. Okay, wait. Keep any title. Title can be drop down test on Gmail application, async, and then arrow function. Cool. Now here we can write the test. So first thing we need to write that console.log navigate to Gmail. It's an console message. Okay, and await page dot go to, and here we can provide the Gmail URL. So this is my URL. This is landing page where I want to work. Okay, now on this landing page I will be getting these links. Okay, cool. But these are, using this locator, Playwright will able to identify three web element onto this page. Okay, so now what we can do, we can write await expect. I'm waiting for that element to load, right? So I'll write expect page dot locator. Under locator we can pass that locator. Oh, just a minute. So this was my locator, right? This is my locator, but this locator, what it will give me, it will give me three element, right? So what we can do, I want to wait for first element, and I want to wait for visibility of the element. Okay, so it will wait for visibility of create new, and it will wait for the visibility of the first create new link which is available onto the Gmail site. Okay, it has waited, means we have navigated to the landing page of Gmail, and there page Playwright will wait for create an account button to load. It will wait for uh, visibility of that button. Okay, then what we want to perform action. Okay, now to perform action, what we can do, we need to first click on that. Okay, so yes, clicking on create new create new account drop down, and yeah, this is my locator, create new account, Spain, create new account, and I want to select the first link which is available here. This is first. Okay, this is first index is this one. You can see this is indicating this button. Okay, this button only, so it will perform action on that button only, because I am saying first dot click. On click it will do this. Now I want to select this option. Okay, Now let's see where these options are displaying. Okay, so it is having role menu item and it is coming under anchor tag. Okay, so I would write a CSS selector for this anchor role menu item. So you can see it is displaying six item. One, sorry, one, two, three, and three is under this drop down. Third is coming under this drop down. Fourth is again coming under this drop down. Okay, so I just want to perform action on this, so I don't have to worry about this. I will identify the list and I will give the index for these two item only. Okay, let's do it. Identifying drop down options are this. No. Okay, so this will give me drop down option. Page.locator, await page.locator. Using this, what I am doing, I am trying to identify these two element. Okay, it is having six item, but what I will do, this drop down, the size of this drop down option will have six value. Size will be six. Okay, but I want to select the item from this drop down only. So how we can do that? We can do it like await drop down option dot first dot click. First and second are in like first button itself, right? First and second, these two are here itself, so we can select first and it will be selected on this drop down only. So this is how it should work. Okay, it will select this is similar. This is a drop down, and once we will select it, it will navigate to the link which is available here because it is also anchor tag. Okay, so like that we can work with the drop down. Okay, so let's try it. It was menu item and it was similar, means the functionality of this is similar to the custom drop down. So let's run it. Give me a minute. So here you can see it has selected the first link. Okay, so this is how we can select the menu link. Now this is not actual drop down, it's a down menu, but yeah, we can write our code uh, similarly for custom drop down as we have handled the down menu. Like first of all we'll have to click onto the drop down link, and then you'll have to get all the list from the drop down menu, and then you can select it. This will be similar. Okay, so this is how we can select the custom drop down. Okay, now we'll work on checkbox and radio button. Okay, so for checkbox and radio button, what we need to do, we'll have to first identify the checkbox using page.locator, whatever locator we will give, and then to select the checkbox, we can use dot check method. It will select the checkbox, and to uncheck the checkbox, we'll have to use dot uncheck. It will uncheck the checkbox. Okay, and then if it's checked or verify, to verify whether the checkbox is checked or not, we can select to be checked method. And similar to checkbox, we can select the radio button using dot check method. So let's try out into our program. So okay, so now we can do the same testing on dotesthere.com. So we will again navigate here. So here we have the checkboxes. Okay, so checkboxes available here, and will try to write the code for this. Okay, so we can inspect this is my checkbox. This is coming under input type checkbox. Okay, so let's try it. Input type checkbox. Here we are able to identify three items. Okay, there are three checkbox available onto this page, so we will select the checkbox as per our need. Okay, let's try it. So here I will navigate to here. I will wait for visibility of dotesthere.com. Here we had perform action on drop down, but now I will be, working with checkbox. Okay, yeah. Input type checkbox. This was my locator which I had just written. Okay, and for first, because on that page there were three elements, so I want to select the first element using check method. Okay, so it will check, but what I want that first page should scroll up to that checkbox, then I want to select, so that it will be visible to you all and you will understand whether this check method is working fine or not. Okay, cool. Now I will wait for, let's say, 4 seconds. Yeah, wait for 4 seconds. Okay, now what I will do, I will again do the similar thing using for the last. I will navigate to last. I will select last, and then I will wait for 4 seconds. Okay, and then I want the same checkbox to uncheck. Okay, first I will check it, then I will uncheck it, and then what I will do? Again, I will wait just to show the visibility whether it has selected or not. Selected or not, I will wait. Okay, what I will do now, I want, because first checkbox is selected, right? So what I want to use the third method, this, whether it's checked or not, to be checked. Okay, so how I will do that, I will to be first dot is checked. This is coming with is checked, to be checked now. It will be, method with is checked. Okay, so this will give me a boolean value. Okay, this will return me a boolean value. Okay, so let's store it into a variable. Okay, I will store it into a constant. My constant will be is selected. Okay, so it will give me whether it is selected or not. Let's print it. Yeah, is checkbox selected? Is selected. So it will give me the value whether my checkbox is selected or not. So what I'm doing here, I will be going to, do testhere.com, and then I will select the, first checkbox, and then I will get the value whether it is selected or not. Then I will scroll it to the third checkbox, and then I will check it, means select it. I will wait for some time, and then I will uncheck it. Let's run this test. Let's run this test. Okay. So it has selected the first checkbox. Second is already checked. Okay, that's why it was selected. And it has unchecked. Now let's move to the console message. Let's move to the console message. Okay, so clicking onto the checkbox, if select checkbox selected is true, it is giving me the value is true. First is already selected. You can navigate to the site again, and you can see, yeah, here when you will navigate here now, you will see that this checkbox, sorry, this is by default checked. Second checkbox is by default checked. Checkbox. Look, second will be by default checked when you will navigate to the site. So this was already selected, and the true message was giving just because here each checked method we had, each checked message we had printed onto the console. So it is giving me the true value, and then last, for the last item, it has selected, waited for 4 seconds, then it has unchecked. So this is how it is working. Okay, cool. Okay, similar to checkbox, will now work on to the radio button. To work with radio button, what we can do, we were working on dotesthere.com. Let's find radio button is available here or not. Okay, all under web, all web elements section we will find for the radio button. So radio button is not available here. Okay, so what we can do, we have one more option similar to this site. We can go to testinjo.com. Okay, and here also you can test for the web element. Okay, for whatever web element you want to perform action. Let's say there we have the radio button, here we have the checkbox, so we can perform action here as well. Okay, so let's try selecting this radio button using dot check method. Okay, so let's say I want to select the radio button for male. Okay, so this is gender radio button, and it is having text male. Okay, so it is having type radio button and name is gender. Okay, so let's try it. Control F. Input type. Type was radio button, right? And name was gender. It is giving me six item. One, two, three, and here also. Okay, on the same side we have six radio button. Cool. I will be selecting any one of them. Okay. Sorry. We can say label, which is having text male, and then we can say which is having child as input. In that case, we can select unique locator. Okay, but don't worry, I want to try out, so I will use all the locator here. Okay, cool. So first of all, what we need to do, I will be writing third test case for this one. So I have given the test case ID and then a sync method with arrow function, and my test is ready. Cool. This will be my test block and it will be testing the radio button. Okay. I need to go to this application. So let's try it. Navigating to where new website. Okay. And I would give await page dot go to give me new website. Cool. Now I'll have to await expect. Okay, page dot locator. What would be my locator now? My locator, let's identify it. I can wait for this s2 tag. Okay, wait for s2. How many s2 we have? Control F, control V. H2 is having under H2. This was under H2 and it was contains text. Then this. Okay, it is having two item, two header with the same title, and all are under H2. No issue. I will wait for anyone. Okay. So my locator is this. Okay. So as it is having two item with this locator, what we will do? We will write first dot to be visible. Cool. So it will expect for the first, and first should be a locator. It should be locator. Cool. Now what I have done, expect is looking for a locator. So expect, for expect method we have given page dot locator and dot first. It is one web element. It is one web element. After this we have given expect element to be visible. So now expect will wait for this element to be visible. It will wait for first locator with the name of automation practice playground, and then it will wait for visibility. Okay, so this is how I have coded. Cool. It will wait. Now what I want to do, I want to navigate to the radio button, clicking onto the radio button. Okay, so my radio button is, where was the radio button? Let me find it again. Control F. Now here control F. I want to select the radio button. Okay, here we have the radio button. Under radio button, this was my tag, right? Input, name, gender. Cool. Await page dot locator input, and this was the name, and this was gender. Dot first dot scroll into view. First, I will scroll it so that we can check it, and then dot first dot click. This will be my locator. Okay, cool. This is my locator, and this is my locator. Is checked, is checked. We will print it. Is check, we will print it. Okay, cool. Now let's run this test. Run it. We have navigated, and you can see it has selected the first radio button which was available onto the web application, and Is radio button selected giving me true value? Okay. Okay, so we have seen that how we can select the radio button and the checkbox using dot check method. Okay, and if it is not created under input, or if somehow for your radio button, or let's say or your custom button, the check or eject are not working, and then in that case what you can do, you can use click method to select the checkbox and unselect the checkbox. That's how you can also work with checkbox and radio button. Okay, so this was all about checkbox and radio button. Now let's move to the file upload. We have shown you the checkbox and radio button related actions. Okay, for file upload, this is very important topic. Okay, you will see in your company when you will work onto some project, you will see that in some of case you won't able to upload your file, because after clicking on browse button, a window is getting open, and at that time sometime you won't able to attach you won't able to attach the uh, your file into your application. Okay, so in some case it won't work. So why it is not working, we'll discuss about that. Okay. Okay, cool. So there are two kind of, you will see the file upload thing. Okay, sometime developer will create a file upload element using input tag. Okay, sometime developer will create file upload element using input tag. Okay, so if file upload element has been created using input tag, then what you can do, you can select those kind of element using dot set input file method. You can set the file directly, set in the file. In Selenium we were, for this kind of tag, what we were doing, we were using send keys. Okay, under send key you just give the file path, and it will attach the file path with that element. Similar to Selenium, here also we can upload the file, means we can attach the file into our element using dot set input file. First of all, you'll have to identify that web element where the file upload is. Okay, and then use the dot set method. Under set method, give the file path, whatever file path you are having, you can give the file path. It will attach your file. Okay, if your file upload supports multiple files to attach, you can directly under set input file method. So set input file method can accept multiple file also. If you can give the arrays of files, then it will attach all the file as per your application requirement. Let's say in some cases we have seen that we can attach 20 files together. Okay, so in that case you can add all the file into the array, and you can give this to set input file as an array argument, and it will accept that. Okay, and it will attach all the file. If the if the file upload element is created with input tag, then only it will work. Okay, and if the file upload is again create, and if it is it should support the multiple file, then only you can give the arrays of file. Okay, and if you want to remove the file, then you can again use dot set method, and under set method give a blank array. It will remove your attached file. So this is how file input file upload is working when in it is created from the input tag. Okay, cool. Let's try it. Let's check it whether we have that kind of option on this test or not. Okay, search for file. Okay, here we have the file upload. Okay, let's see where here. Um, no, leave it. Leave it. Okay, cool. What we can do? No. I want to inspect it first, and I'll give you the file. Okay. So this is created under input tag, and it is having ID file upload. Okay. Control F, and then input is having ID equal file upload. Cool. So with this, we are able to identify only one item onto the screen. Cool. Now let's go to this test, and here we were working on dotesthere.com. So okay, we'll go navigate to dotesthere.com now again, and the checkbox related code I'm commenting out so that we can save our time to comment all the line, select all the desired line where which you want to comment it out, and then select controls with slash. It will comment out all. Let's say this control and slash, it will uncomment, and control and slash, it will comment all the selected line. Okay, so this is the shortcut. Okay, cool. Now we have commented all the line which was related to checkbox. I want to work on file upload. So what we can do, scroll to file upload element. Cool. Now having scroll is okay. This is file upload. Scroll into view. It will scroll. Cool. Now after scroll, what I can do? So this is my web element. Okay, this is my web element. Under web element, what I get is set input file. Okay, set input file we have. Cool. Now I want I want to give it the file like just give it a string src. Come to src folder. Here we have the src. Under src we have tests. Okay, we have tests. Under test we have test1 dot aspect. Under test, this one. Under test we have test dash one dot aspect dot test dash one dot spec dot ts. Okay, so here I am giving the file path from here only. Okay, so this is test1 uh, dot spec dot ts. Okay, cool. So it should attach this file into this folder, and I'm waiting for 4 seconds. Cool. Now let's run it. So this was my test. I'm running it. So test1.spec.ts, you can see it has been selected. Cool. Now we'll see whether I am able to remove it or not. Okay. So as I have told you, if I would give a blank array. Okay, let's say this is one element. Okay, this is one element. Let's say uh, no, give me a minute. I want to first attach this file. Then what I want to remove this file. I want to remove this file. To remove it, what we can do, we can provide the blank array. Provide the blank array, it will remove it. Okay, and now wait for 4 seconds again, so that we can see whether it has removed or not. Okay, and if you want to, let's say if you want to add multiple file together, or your application supports multiple file, then you can give one file like this, and then let's try with second file also. It won't support in this dotesthere.com, but we can try. Okay, Let's try it for the second file. This was my second file. Cool. Now let's try it. It will give me an error. Okay, so it has given me the error that non-multiple file input can only accept single file. Okay, so this is the thing we are doing. It will only select the single file. So if your input file accept multiple file, then you can attach the multiple file. But as our application is not accepting multiple file, we have to try it with one file. Okay, no issue. We'll try it with one file, and then we are removing it. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not. Clear my console and then run it. So it has chosen the file. After 4 seconds, no file chosen. This is displaying here. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can remove the file. This was all about file upload when it is created with input tag. Okay, now Now let's suppose my file is not created with input tag, then how we can upload. Okay, if your file upload field is not created with input tag, what you can do? You will have to do two actions. First of all, you'll have to write a locator. Okay, you will have to write a locator this, and you will have to click onto this. Okay, so this is a web element. I'll have to click on this. After clicking on it, let's say after clicking on this, you a file, let's say a file chooser window is getting opened. Okay, then you'll have to wait for file chooser event. Okay, and you'll have to promise all for array. It is waiting for two array, two promise. Okay, it is waiting for two promise. That's why we are using await promise all, and under promise all we are giving an array, and under array we'll wait for both, means playwright will wait for the promise of both the method to be completed. Once the promise of both the method will be completed, then this file chooser will have a value. Okay, and then using this file chooser constant, we can set the file. Using set file method, we can directly give the file. Okay, and then it should work. Okay, so this is how it is working. Cool. Now let's try it. To try it, we have an application. This is a different application where we have the custom, we have the custom upload field. So let's move to this URL first. So this is my URL. Okay, here we have the file upload. Cool. This is my file upload section. Cool. So this can be my URL. This will be my direct URL. Okay, and here you can see this file upload has been created under div. It is not created under input. It is created under div. Okay, so now let's control it. Let's work with it. Okay, so cool. So here this is the browse button, right? This is browse button. After selecting the browse button, this kind of window is getting open. So what we need to do, first of all, we need to click onto this. So this is one promise and this is another promise. So after selecting this, this should open. Okay, so this using this will uh, you know upload the file. So let's try it in actual Visual Studio. Cool. Let me create a new test here. Test. file upload test async curly braces and close. Okay, this is async arrow function curly braces. Under the curly braces we'll be writing our code. Okay, so first of all navigating to file upload page, and then my page is this URL. This is my URL, and here I need to expect for, let's say on this URL I need to expect for this element. Okay, we can wait for this element to be loaded. And what is this element? It is under h1. Okay, wait for h1. H1 is only one element. Cool. So we can wait for, and page dot locator under locator give, we can give h1. It can be css selector, and then we'll have to close expect method and then to be visible. Cool. So we have navigated and we are waiting for the heading. Okay, now upload the file, we need to select the browse button. We need to get the locator for browse button. So it is file label control F label. What is label? Label is having class with file label. Okay, we are writing css, so class will be under at the rate and equal this. Yeah, this I want to select. Cool. This is coming one element. I will be clicking on it. Okay, so what I need to do? I need to write a constant file chooser, and it will await promise dot all. Okay, under all we need to give an array. Under array we will be writing, yeah, page dot wait for event file chooser, and here we will write the locator page dot locator and dot click. This locator should be the browse button. So this is my browse button. It will select onto the browse button, and then okay, and then it will wait for the file chooser. Okay, first of all it will select this, and then it will wait for this file chooser. Then this file chooser will have an value. Okay, file chooser dot set file, and I'm setting it test1.spec.ts. This file I'm selecting as it will be collecting from src test, and I'm waiting for, wait for 4 seconds. So see, your file is uploaded now. Okay, so this is how it should work. So you can see that it has set the file without opening the window. So this is how you can work with the file chooser. Okay, this is the second approach. This kind of approach will work in each kind of file upload system. We, in our project on which we are working in our company, there also we have created method with this method file chooser only. Okay, so this is very important method to upload the file. Okay, so yeah, this was all about this course. This session, we have learned about drop down select, checkbox, and radio button, and file upload. Both kind of file upload we have learned. Okay, so if you guys have any question, You guys can comment, and you can ask me. I will be replying to your queries. Okay. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.